Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to episode number 57 of Football Manager. And today we have friendlies against Chester, who are still in the National League, finished 10th last year. So a mid-table team there. They rose quickly. They were also a previously a League 2 side. Anyway, interesting. So we've got them. And then we've got Cogenhoe, who are a non-league side from the United Counties League with no real players. So if we don't beat them, I would be very disappointed. Of course, in the last episode, we smacked the Crystal Palace Under-23 7-1 with 2 hat-tricks, one for Stike, one for White. And we also lost 1-0 to Buxton in a rather disappointing game. But hopefully we can repeat the form we showed against the Crystal Palace Under-23s today, and rather not the form we showed against Buxton. But let's get going right away. We've got more players to bring in as well. Right back, striker, wide right midfield, three positions we need, as well as a backup keeper. And the World Cup has finished, and unlike in real life, Germany were not knocked out in the group stage, and they have managed to become the first team since Brazil back in 1958 and 1962 to win the World Cup twice in a row, and they beat Denmark in the final 3-0. Let's see how Australia did. Did I see? Was that them? Oh, we lost to Senegal in Group B. Let's have a look. We are in Group B. We came third, just 1 point off qualifying for our second World Cup group stage. But unfortunately, we lost to Serbia, and that probably did it. They end up topping the group ahead of France. We beat France? What? Matthew Leckie got us the win against France. He's now at Lazio rather than Ingolstadt. This mustn't have gone through with his move to Hertha Berlin. But yeah, he's now at Lazio. We beat France. That's amazing. Wow, great. Honduras qualified for the second round, or the knockouts of the World Cup. What's going on? Any more shock results? Italy knocked out in the group stage by Japan and Uruguay. Well, Belgium knocked out of the group stage to Colombia. They and England were... That's a similar... No, it's not. Colombia and South Korea are in the same group. England, Belgium are in the same group. But that's not the correct group. Denmark smacked their group. Portugal got second. Germany, Chile, Costa Rica and Wales, nothing much there. That's very surprising. Neither there, although Brazil and Spain in the same group is odd. Argentina, Croatia got the same group, as did Nigeria. Were Nigeria in Argentina? Were they? I think they were. And them and Iceland, was it not? Anyway, USA finished bottom. Well, at least they qualified. But yeah, Argentina went on to... Yeah, let's have a look. What happened? Honduras lost to Serbia. Poland beat France. Oh my goodness. Colombia beat Uruguay. England beat Japan. Denmark, Chile. Germany beat Portugal 3-0 in extra time. Brazil beat Croatia. Spain smacked Argentina 4-0. Wow. And then England won a penalty shootout. How about that? Over Poland. Colombia beat Serbia. Denmark knocked out Spain. And Germany progressed on pens against Brazil. Goodness me. That would have been some intense games there. But then Germany smacked England. And Denmark progressed against Colombia on pens. But they couldn't do it in the final. Losing 3-0 at the Luzhniki Stadium. Oh, that's actually got a capacity of 81k. Oh, it's playing for Russian. Oh no. It is CSK. I did think it was CSK Stadium as well. But yeah, I would not have seen that coming. Who got third place? Colombia. They smacked England in the third place playoff. Oh well, no one really cares about this third place playoff. That is annoying. Sterling James is rejected. I think we offered to we offered to have him on trial. However, maybe we can get him in nonetheless if we're lucky. I mean, maybe I should stop going for all these trials. Maybe just try and sign them anyway. But yeah, we're coming up to the Chester game, and I'll see you then. Wow, there are a lot of friendlies going on today. Look at them all. They're everywhere. But yeah, some starting even as late as 8:45. But yes, let's head to the team selection. Oh, Reece Thompson. We have him on trial. He could be decent, but we're looking at a few different strikers. What does Reece Thompson like to play? Defensive forward. I'd probably rather him play advanced forward, to be honest, which he's almost just as capable of. I think we'll start on the same way we started last time. White is getting a bit tired, so I think we're going to swap the midfield around a bit. Give Deeney a start, give White a bit of a rest. And yeah, we'll head into the game like this. I'm not expecting much against Chester. It's the result, it's the performance that's more important than the result. See how Thompson does. We've got quite a few options lined up for a striker. We've got a loan offer that has been accepted for a young man from Scunthorpe called Kyle Wooton, I think it is. But yeah, the performance today is much more important than the result. Fortunately, we can't fire anyone up or anything like that. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, and then we've got two other strikers that are could be signed, and then we've got Thompson, who we've got on trial. But yeah, let's kick off. Let's get started. Can we get the win today? It's Deeney on the ball, and he looks for Phillips, who nips in ahead of the defender, and now Green's on, and he looks for Phillips. Phillips is in behind here. Jimmy saved. That was a tame finish. That could have been a lot better. Probably should have been a lot better. But now we'll have the corner. Can we find something from the corner? No, it's stopped by the first man. Put back in. Not good. Away. Now we have another throw. We've started this game positively, and here is Briscoe. Back to Deeney. Deeney shot cannons off one of our players. Now it's hit away. Burke puts it back in. It's caught by Lynch, though. And is that going to be it? Yes. Wow. Not much happened there. Throw in again for us now. Can we do something here? Thompson tackled. Kelledy looking to play the ball upfield to Allaby. He goes back to Kelledy. And Kelledy is coming forward. But he's dispossessed by Sean Burke. That's good tackle. And now here's Briscoe. Look, can he find Thompson? Or is he what's he gonna do? He stops, goes back to Cox. Now Deeney to Green. The ball deflects. That's gonna be a corner. Don't like Green shooting, but anyway, doesn't matter. We get the corner. What can Phillips do with it? It's crossed in. Lynch catches it though. We've started the much better side today. If we can continue it, that would be very good. We're on the ball again here. It's Cox. He finds Green. But he's dispossessed. And the ball over the top is too fast for Jeffries, and that's a goal. Jeffries took an age to turn around and start running. And by then, Allaby had got onto it and he's kicked it in. And when you're dominated and you lose against a much better side, then you kind of accept it. But when they score a lucky goal on a break after you've dominated possession and chances, it's a bit disappointing, really. And that's what's happened here. But can we get back into it? Green is on the ball, goes back to Jeffries, who goes to Briggs, who looks for the switch to Briscoe, and it finds him. It's a good touch by Briscoe. Now he's coming inside, and he finds Deeney. He finds Green. He finds Phillips, who goes all the way back to Jeffries, who randomly kicks it forward. It might fall for Phillips. It doesn't. Green finds Deeney, who's got a decent bit of space. He finds Thompson, and he couldn't find the back of the net. Unlucky there, but he probably should have done a bit better. Now we have a corner, and Phillips is going to put it in. Goes towards Deeney, but Hughes gets it away, and Kelledy is there, and now here come Chester. And that's gone to no one in particular. And that's gone to Briggs. And now here we've got a chance to come up the other end. Thompson finding Phillips. Thompson misses it, but he goes and fetches it. Now up against the number 3. He looks to get past him. The cross is blocked. It finds Burke though. Here's Green. Back to Cox. Back to Green. And he loses the ball to Marsh, who's been decent today. And now here's McDonald. And McDonald kicks it out. That wasn't very good at all. Ball's going through. Lynch kicks it. Dudley controls it. He's coming inside. He goes back to Marsh. He finds McDonald, who goes to Grayson, who goes to McDonald. He goes back to Hughes, and Hughes passes it to McDonald. Now here's Waters. Waters has got 2 men on him. He still manages to find Marsh, who's got a bit of space, and that is a very good shot, and it's unlucky not to find the back of the net. Goodness me, that could have been 2-0. I think the individual quality of Chester's players is starting to show a bit there. Free kick for us now. Can we get a goal today? Deeney to Green. Back to Cox. Back to Jeffries. He's looking for Thompson. The ball comes out to Cox. Here's Deeney. He goes to Green. He goes to Phillips. Phillips takes it round the number 2. Phillips is still going. He finds Thompson. Thompson puts it over. That should have been a better shot. And I'm starting to lean towards bringing in one of the other 2 options now, because of his less than impressive performance today. He's always got more games to play better in, but this is the best time to show it against a much superior team. And what should we say? I think what you say, you've been unlucky. The strikers, but we'll say you're not happy with the finishing of Thompson. Yeah, let's head out into the second half. Don't really want to bring off Thompson, which might mean Stike won't get onto the pitch today, because I really want to have a good look at him and give him the optimum amount of time to prove why he wants to sign with us. But now here's Marsh, who's been very good for them today. The ball comes to Kelledy, and he's forced back by Burke, who has had a good game, I think. Waters to West, to Marsh. Marsh has got a bit of space. Oh, but that's not what we've been used to seeing today from him. Goes well wide. Free kick for them. It hits the wall. It comes back to him. Oh my goodness, he scored. Well, what much can you do about that? I wasn't expecting much when his free kick clattered against the wall, but then it came back to him and he smacked it in. We have a look at the replay. West smacks it against Deeney. Durrell, I don't know if he meant to head that to him or not. Oh, that's a very nice volley from West, in fact. And yeah, goal for them. Not much we can do about it. Another free kick for West. He doesn't shoot though. Ball's played around a bit. Here's Shaw, back to Hudson. That should be keeper's ball, and it is. Belshaw does pretty well there, making sure that's his. What can he do? Can he launch it up to someone? He looks for Thompson, who doesn't win the header. But he's going to get that ball first. Curry should be running. He's not. Now he's kind of trying to go forward, and he loses it. Curry's been a bit disappointing. I mean, I think he scored his first goal maybe on his debut, maybe his second game. I can't really remember. But since then, he's not done incredibly well. And what can we find something? James White, who we know has a nice pass. Phillips. Back to White. White shoots it, hits that man. That could have been going anywhere. That might have been flying into the back of there. It might have been flying 20 metres over the bar. But now here come Chester. Simpson up against Burke. Burke does well. It's going to be a corner. West is going to put it into the box. Cox does very well there. Thompson, is he going to get there first? He does well there, Thompson. But now he's going slow. Oh, it's a decent crossfield ball, though. It finds Phillips. Don't know who that was meant for, but Deeney's going to run back and get it. He should have probably left that for Burke, and now he's run it off the pitch. Well, that wasn't too good. One last opportunity, maybe. We've got the throw. It's intercepted, but White is there, and he hits it to his advantage. Here is Deeney. Back to Cox, looking for Phillips. There's a nice through ball, but that is a complete waste of an effort from Jimmy Phillips. That was extremely disappointing, as has been most of our attacking play today. I would hope for better things in future matches. I mean, after scoring 7 last time round, you'd expect a bit better from some of the forwards, but it's not been good at all. And now there's full time. We lose 2-0 to Chester. I mean, we played well in the first half, but what shall we say? Yeah, we'll say that. Unfortunately, who's that? That's Connor York has lost confidence. Well, Connor, don't lose confidence. Look at that. We had more shots than them. We had more possession. We played well. Maybe I should have been a little less harsh on the lads. But the finishing was not up to scratch, I don't think. And that is why we have not come away with the win from that game. And yes, let's see what... Oh, Valencia have signed Santi Cazorla on a free transfer. Real Madrid have signed Kimpembe from PSG. A few interesting transfers there. But yeah, we don't need to be reminded of how Flanagan is a very good player that we missed out on. And we don't need to be reminded of Forte, and he's a good player that we missed out on. Alright, we've decided to confirm the deal. That brings in Kyle Wooten on loan from Scunthorpe. And yes, hopefully he'll turn out to be a good player. And look, the fans are extremely happy. Potential to be one of the best players at the club. And, why does he want non-contract? I have no idea at all. But anyway, I'll negotiate. We're looking to bring in Jake Watkins, who was released by Worcester. You may have remembered from last season, he was one of the runners for the League Player of the Season. I think he probably scored against us at least once. He was up there with the Golden Boot, and he was released. So we're trying to get him in. We're going to look to play. I think we're going to, if we can get enough decent strikers in, I think we're going to look to ditch our wide players and go with maybe a 2 or a 3 striker formation. See how that works out for us. And we've also got Marcus Carver on a trial. He could be another one of the strikers who we might bring in, but we'll have to wait and see. He's got potential to be a key player for the team. Yeah, we'll say that because we're not too sure about Carver. And oh, good, we've got Smart in. Yeah, it's going to cost us $300, but yeah, he could be quite a decent player in the future. He's already got some decent stats. His positioning needs work. I mean, he's got a good reflex. He's got very good rushing out. His one-on-ones definitely needs work. I want that. I like it when that's better. But he's just going to be a backup, and with just 30 appearance fee. He'll get £5 every week pretty much because he'll be sitting on the bench. But yeah, we'll get Smart in. Hopefully he can become a very good player in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, if we have a look at the season preview, Stockport County unsurprisingly are tipped to top the division. They have signed quite a few extremely decent players. They've got that man on loan. They've got this man who looks quite good. They've got Odejayi, who we saw last season, scored a few goals against us. Did he? I can't even remember. Salford second, Fylde third. United of Manchester, despite coming back from being promoted just last season. Telford, who didn't have the best of seasons, in fifth. Nuneaton ahead of us. Gloucester ahead of us. And then us in eighth. I mean, surely despite coming just back down, as projected to come 12th. And yeah, Worcester, Leamington and Stourbridge, the teams predicted to be relegated. But yeah, we're coming up to the friendly. We're on the day of the friendly, in fact. And yeah, see, I'm still contemplating whether to play 3 strikers or to stick with our normal winger formation with the 4-3-3, and I think I want to play 3 strikers just because of the ability we can have with the amount of very decent strikers available to us. In Wooten, who we saw before, we'll have another look at him. And we've got Carver, who actually doesn't look too good, but yeah, could be an option for the future, but I think we've got better. We've got Wooten, 4.5 stars, extremely good. Thompson, possibility. He's actually only 3-star rated, so we'll probably look elsewhere. We had Jake Watkins, who we saw earlier, is definitely an option, and then also Alex Samazade, who I can't remember. Did we play Chorley in our first season? I can't remember, but he had a great year with Chorley in that season, and he's been released by Bolton, who he was there on loan with. So yeah, he was on loan actually from Bolton, not last year, but the year before. He didn't play at all actually last year at Bolton, probably why he's been released, and it's a good opportunity for us to pick up a player, and they're not playing 4-4-2. I don't believe it, but yeah, White can come back into the team for Green, who can have a rest today. Actually, no, Deeney needs a rest. Never mind. We've got Carver and Wooten, who can come onto the bench. We've now got 4 strikers with us. What? Okay, so Wooten, he's a pretty tall dude. He can play as a target man. That means, yeah, we will still float the crosses. Yeah, I like that. Start Court, Curry, Deeney, Socket. Is there anyone who's particularly in need of a rest? No, there is not. I think we'll control the game. More direct passing. No, this is not the kind of... Go higher tempo. Yeah, just higher tempo. But yeah, let's go into the game like this. Hopefully we can get the win. New key man up top, Kyle Wooten. Let's hope he can have a great game. Oh, they're not playing 4-1-4-1. They're playing 4-2-3-1 with 3 very close together attacking midfielders. We might have a bit of trouble controlling the midfield, considering they've got 5 bodies there. I might consider changing that up and pumping the ball long and still going direct. I think that's what we'll do, but yeah, assertively. This might only be a preseason friendly, but I still expect a win. Yeah, we won't chuck any pressure on new man Wooten or anyone else like that. But yeah, Phillips has the ball. What can we do today? Let's hope we can get a good win. Here's Wooten. You can already look at him on the ball. It wasn't the greatest of passes. If he can improve his passing, that would be very good. Oh, I forgot to put Dan Smart on the bench. That's a foul. And Phillips is going to get up and take this free kick. I mean, it's not beyond him, but I don't expect a goal from here. And it goes over. Unlucky. We're on the ball here. It looks like they're packing the midfield back. But yeah, here's James White. Can he produce a killer ball that we need? He goes back to Jeffries. It looks for Wooten. Not sure if he won that or not, but he's on the ball now. He can slide in Green. He does. Green's not the greatest of shots, and he shows that there by putting it straight at Smith, who puts it behind for a corner. But that was good stuff by Wooten and by Green, apart from the finish. Curry puts that straight back out for a throw. And with 2 and now 3 minutes past, that's it for the highlight. They're on the ball now. Now they're not, though, because Briggs cuts out that through ball, and now he spreads it to Briscoe, who goes first time to Wooten, and now the ball to Phillips is on, and he finds him. That's a great pass. Phillips is in behind. He's got no support, though, but he doesn't need it. He rifles it in. That's just what he's looking for. Jimmy Phillips scores. And an assist for Wooten on debut. Nice. I can feel he's going to be a crucial part of our team in the upcoming season. But yeah, there's a big decision to be made with whether we go with 3 strikers up top or stick with our wide players. Phillips has been a good player for us. I'm not going to sell him. I think I'll probably keep him and Briscoe as options if we ever need to go back to wide. But yeah, I think the problem, well, not the problem, but the thing is we've got so many very good strikers who are available for us to get, such as Jake Watkins, such as Wooten, and Samizade as well. Plus there are other decent ones like Thompson and Carver, who we've brought in on trial. As Phillips finds Wooten, ooh, not what you'd expect from Kyle. Hopefully he can do better than that in the future. But here they come. Unfortunately for them, though, it's cut out by Cox, and Wooten finds Phillips. This has been a deadly combination so far in this game, Wooten to Phillips. Can Phillips find Wooten? He can. Kyle, my man. Goodness me. James White has scored 2 goals just like that this season. Stike has scored goals just like that this season. And I'm starting to wonder... what am I starting to wonder? If he is going to be as good as it says. But yeah, Jeffries looks to find Phillips. If he can beat his man, yes he can. Unfortunately, he's slowing it up. But is that just so he can beat this man? Maybe. Wooten can't win the header, which is annoying because he's like 190 centimetres, I think it is. Yeah, but now it's cleared away. Jeffries in the air wins it. Coultrus gets it down. White is hurrying back to win it, and he does. Green looking for Phillips. Not a bad ball. Fontaine cuts it out. Briggs is going to get there. Was he offside there? No, he's not given offside. Briggs inside to White. To Phillips. The cross. Wooten saved. Briscoe hits the post. Goodness me. And it's still 1-0. Don't believe it. I'm hoping that these misdirected shots are due to Wooten's lack of match sharpness. And I really hope that is true, as White only just puts that over the bar. Good stuff from James. I feel like he's going to be a very good player for us this season as well. But now, as they bring it forward, Arts, or however you say that name, finds Cooper. Out to Fontaine. He's up against Briggs. Instead, he passes it. Green almost ducked in and won that there, but unfortunately he can't. Fontaine, not the best control. Phillips could nip in and get it, and he does. Now, he's coming up the left-hand side. What can he do? finds White in the end. Now the ball is back onto Phillips. He finds him. Great ball. Now he's just got to find Wooten or Briscoe. And Briscoe scores. Is that his first of the season? I think so, although he might have scored against the under-23s or even... the Crystal Palace under-23s, or he might have scored against the under-18s, the Tamworth under-18s as well. I cannot remember. But yes, Briscoe scores. Good finish. 2-0. Jimmy gets another assist. And our wide players scoring makes me kind of not want to get rid of them. But, I mean, it's such a tough decision. We've got Sterling James, who's agreed a deal with us, as Wooten puts it wide. Yeah, Sterling James, who is a right midfielder. But we delayed it because we're not sure if we're going to need him or not. Now, but then... actually, Curry can be a backup striker, but yeah, so that's all right for Curry, but it's not. It wouldn't look good for Phillips and Briscoe. But yeah, they'll always be there in case we need to change. But I'm a bit worried by Wooten's performance today. Hasn't been too good, and now he's injured. I hope that's not severe. We'll bring him off at halftime. We'll get Carver on, see how he performs. Today, shall we do anything else? I don't think so. No one's really struggling. Actually, Sam Cox hasn't had a rest yet. Let's get Deeney on for Cox and calmly say that Phillips has lost confidence. Oh well. How many assists? I think Phillips got a goal. A goal and an assist for Phillips. But anyway, let's head back out into the second half. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the best of Wooten. I'm hoping that's not his best because he missed a few decent chances there that I would have expected him to put away. I think Marias would have put them away at least. But now, Krellin passes it inside Celiarts, or however you say that, intercepted by Deeney, and Briscoe is away here. He's got Carver with him. He finds Carver. The ball is on to Phillips. It wasn't the greatest from Carver, but it still finds him. Jimmy crosses. White! Oh, he rises higher than his opponent, but he can't head it down. And unfortunately, he misses. And now Sean Burke has suffered an injury, and we don't have a backup right back. But his condition's getting better, so I think we'll be able to keep him out there. But now, Tarling wins that, but Green is there. Here's White, Carver, Phillips. Back to Briggs. To Phillips. To White. And White is passing it to Deeney. He goes to White. Now here's Phillips. Now here's Carver. What can Carver do? He goes to White. Who goes to Phillips. He goes to Briggs. He looks to play in Phillips. It's a very nice ball. White is there. So's Briscoe in the end. And Briscoe scores his second of the game. It went past Carver and White to find Briscoe at the back stick. And in the end, it's Louis who finds the back of the net. He's still a consistent performer for us. He wasn't the best at the end of last season. But at the start of this season, he started decently. This is a good finish. He stops and then powers in left foot off the post. That's a beauty from Briscoe. And I don't think, even if we do change to 3 strikers, he will not be leaving us. We need him, an impact player, really, if we want to swap formations at any point in time. He's there for us. And now they're coming forward, but that's intercepted by Deeney. And can we get on the break with Phillips ahead of his fullback opponent? Carver can slot Phillips in again. Instead, he goes to White. James White shoots, and that's over the bar. Wasn't the greatest of shots from James, but he has scored a hat-trick so far this season, so, I mean, he can't be always shooting like that. He's also playing quite well today, as is Briggs, who's got a 7.4. But yeah, they've got a free kick. Can they get something? Well, not when Phillips gets in the way, but they've still got it. That deflects right off Carver, I think that was, and goes out for a throw. And that was the highlight. Wow. Wasn't the most of wasn't the most interesting highlight you'll ever see. Free kick for us now. I don't expect much to come from it. Oh, Paul Green scored. I don't believe it. I would never have expected that. Paul Green on the score sheet from a free kick. What do you know? 4-0. We'll have a look at the replay as well. It's quite far out from the free kick. What does he do? He puts it through a little gap in the wall. I mean, Gibson will be disappointed, but Green won't be. That's 4-0. A good goal from him. He doesn't often score, Paul Green. We're into stoppage time here. We've got a throw. It looks like this is going to be the game. Fortunately, Carver picked up a slight knock, although it's not too bad. White on the ball, loses out, gets it back. But there's full time, a 4-0 win for us away against Cogenhoe. I will take that. Calmly say that. Everyone's happy. Briscoe, Phillips that got player of the match. Briscoe was very good as well. Wooten not the best. Hopefully he can improve. What's that? That's probably a missed chance. Assist. Well, yeah, he did. Did he get an assist? Can't remember his assist. Oh, no, he played in Phillips, didn't he, for the first goal? Yeah. Anyway, I feel like Wooten could be a work well in a 3-striker formation where he's got people to play off. He doesn't seem like the finishing man, someone who rather as someone who sets up other players as he did in that game. Well, he's only out for 5 to 6 days, which is good, and Carver's only out for 1 to 2 days. Yeah, he's not on the top scorers charts, or the projected top scorers charts. Joe Hardy is top of that from Stockport. Wade Fairhurst there. Luke Lofts, the young man from Nuneaton. Ronan Hale, Craig Westcar, who seems to always be there. Wade Fairhurst actually won it last year. Must have just beaten, who was it? Top goal scorer. Oh yeah, only just beat Josh O'Hanlon. There's Jake Watkins, equal with Josh O'Hanlon. But yeah, that's why we're looking to pick him up. Because that high finishing trait. What's he? A poacher, yeah. I think that'll work well alongside a target man there, maybe Alex Samizade as well. That's the kind of thing I'm trying to visualise alongside Wooten. That could be very good. Oh, but actually, our overall balance has gone up to 20,000. How has that happened? We've got plenty of room in the wage budget as well, which is good news because we can use that to bring in other good players who would otherwise cost quite a bit of money. But if we have a look at the finances, it's the season ticket holders purchasing their season tickets. That's got us up to the 20,000 overall pluses. Positive. Last year we actually ended up making money, which is alright. I mean, this year we've made 61,000, got us into the pluses, but yeah. Next episode we'll have Hartlepool and Welshpool, so yeah, one National League side, or are they still in League 2? No, they are a National League side. And Welshpool, who are from the Welsh 2nd Division. I expect to beat them, and when he has nothing on him, you can kind of see why, but we'll see how they play. Hartlepool and Welshpool in the next episode, but until then, we'll have to say goodbye. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.